Hello and welcome back to the Tangled the series, in Knuckles, specifically Season 3, Episode 11, or 12, depending on the version you're watching, Islands Apart. As mentioned, this involves the return of the German-speaking natives we've seen in Season 2. So let's see what happens with them, shall we? Start before usually the opening, in 3, 2, 1, click. Which, if I recall correctly, it also means Richard Stephen Horwitz's character returns.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice to see that he gets work, even after Invader Zim was over. I know that he did a lot more stuff, but the role that usually gets remembered by are Invader Zim and Psychonauts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I remember that. The Great Seal Theft.
Get it? Because that was the pun back then. That was easy. I mean, yes, we had to go through a few things of it, but again, I get the feeling there was supposed to be another episode dedicated to Rapunzel getting her parents back to their regular state before we got to this point.
Of course you have a moisturizer. Hey, the owl!
Cassandra's owl.
Everybody should do skincare, even men.
And this
Thankfully,
time we have an easier way to get there.
yeah, pretty much. At least at this time we
Otherwise,
know where they are to go.
it'll probably take 6 episodes just to get there.
Mm-hmm. For convenience sake. As mentioned by Rapunzel, a lot of time actually passes in between, a couple of episodes, despite the
Mm-hmm.
fact that it really starts roughly, at the second anniversary.
You can definitely tell a lot of time passes in between episodes, given how we steal a lot of developments half and offhand. Now, to the credit of the makers of the show, while I do wish some things we could have seen more, they do subtly lean into them enough where I can infer
no.
that this or that happened in between episodes. Yep, these guys are back boobs.
I was gonna say, I was more so about the leaf people. Have they been exterminated?
Well, it seems nobody's home, huh?
Which is weird, given how there's no way off this island, so what gives?
It's like the Gungan towards the climax of Star Wars Episode 1.
They playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. See, Dweebs, it's good to have facial hair.
So Mario
I
would be
mean-
king here.
Well, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, if you pay attention, he wasn't there at the start of the season, so...
Yeah, they mentioned Xavier mentioned that, but weirdly enough, I don't think they actually. Wait, did
But
they have
again,
Xavier mention that in the pilot
if you
of the
paid
season?
attention, you know, the captain was nowhere near in any episode of season 3 until this point.
What happened there?
That is Cassandra.
Captain, did you actually accidentally remove the orb that gives your desires? That was the artifact that the natives were keeping on this island.
There's the owl just not being sus. Although, it was kind of a bit irresponsible of the captain to leave the guard without a proper leader, because they've kind of been a mess in his absence.
Well, as established, apparently they were never good to begin with.
Which
They're kind of chaotic.
This is also going to lead into where Eugene ends at the end of the series.
Mm-hmm. But hey, join the party. It's all good.
Everything's fine.
Nothing
Wait a
suspicious
minute.
or ghostly here.
Plot twist, Cassandra is a vampire.
Who knows? Maybe the Moonstone did
Is
that
this
to
the-
her.
It's like the island of lost dreams, except of dreams you get mirages.
Also, when it comes to vampires, it's more like reflection rather than a shadow. If anything, Dracula's
yeah,
shadow
right,
was
the
more
shadow.
well animated. Hmm.
She vanished. Oh no, there she is.
She's got a shovel!
Uh-huh.
Oh, even worse, a hairbrush. It was a Minecraft bee, that's why she had to destroy it.
I mean, we
Hey,
saw
those are cute.
we saw in Transplay 2 that Chucky is capable of killing with a ruler, so...
Shuri, bees are not cute.
At least they're useful, unlike wasps.
I don't remember
I mean,
if
she is absolutely right.
I don't remember if hornets are like an in-between thing or are just as useless as wasps.
Hornets are a nightmare and they need to go.
Yeah, cue the Mary Poppins songs about kites.
Uh,
This lady's
Maybe you're the. Yeah, maybe you're the one going crazy, Rapunzel.
So I was going to say that's a real cipher, but it has 2 eyes instead of 1, so no. Alright. Good thing these people don't have, have only peripheral vision.
That sounded like some muffled screaming there.
Now it's probably just someone enjoying a meal.
Sucker. Rapunzel, he is clearly not in his right mind.
It is true, however, that the orb that made you see what you wanted made the things invisible to everyone else. So, it cannot be that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quick before we're attacked by them.
Oh. Yeah. It's kinda a bit like Pet Cemetery, but instead of actually reviving someone dead, it instead conjures something.
Giving a middle finger to the law of matter. Oh boy.
He went to the entire labyrinth too.
Mm-hmm. On his own, nonetheless.
I mean, as
Although-
showcased by the movie and the series, he's the only competent one.
Okay, to be fair, Cassandra, you knew too. You just repressed it. Like, it wasn't like he tried to hide things from you. He showed up at your doorstep and took you in.
But from her perspective, I think what she means that he should have told her when he realized she had forgotten. I'm guessing.
The whole thing about
Eh.
you're adopted, having to say or not, it's always a very complicated matter. Sometimes, it's better for someone to discover on their own. Other times, it felt like, the person in question feels like they should have been told previously. It's never an easy thing.
Ugh.
Oh no.
She's pulling a Magica to spell.
But yeah, everything is awful.
We're being attacked by a nightmare.
Eugene's nightmare for sure. So feel free to break their necks with your hair. I mean, she could arguably do that. Have you seen Mortal Kombat? He would.
And the return of Bird Cat as well.
Lovely.
Basically, all iterations of Cassandra with a costume that was present in the series.
Oh god, Rapunzel's worst fear, having to wear shoes.
It's a wonder she hasn't stepped on any glass.
Imagine how she'd do with Cinderella's slippers. So you're just going to leave us to die to your wish?
It's pretty clear that his mind is
mad.
not. Yeah, it's pretty clear he's not mad waves about delusion. It's clear his mind and emotion is not in the right place.
Yeah. You did right by her the first time, my dude.
It took him that long to figure it out.
Like I said, waves delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Repressed memories are a little more complicated than simply forgetting.
The return of Birdcast also reminds me that, hey, Cassandra, that girl Rapunzel you're trying to destroy nearly gave up her humanity to save you, jackass.
Also, samurai, cross counter sword shot. Okay.
Well, if we're gonna have it, we might as well take that chance.
This episode was fine. Again, I think the important part was mostly about letting go, in this case for the captain, and to properly reintroduce him, in the season. And again, it's probably also an excuse to see again the natives' islands at the very least. Again, it just more begs the question, like how much ancient artifacts that causes curses does this island have that have to be repressed?
It's practically the whole land that has them.
Okay then. Alright then. The next one is, if I recall correctly, another two-parter. The mid-season thing, I think pretty much like in Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 3. In this case, Cassandra's Revenge. So see you for that.
See ya.
See ya.